Hey, I'm Jackson. I live in Russian Hills, San Francisco. Welcome to my room. My number one hobby is reading. So here's my bookshelf here. I really like having the physical copy versus like a Kindle, so I end up with a lot of books. A lot of people ask me how many I've read. Roughly like the first 3 levels here, so like 60% of the books. And a couple favorites that I've read recently. The Trading Game by Gary Stevenson is a really good book into like the world of high finance and trading and how crazy that is. And then Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is also a great book into like the meaning of life and really getting you to think about what that means for you. So I love running. I'm a big runner. I ran in high school and college. I think running's a great way to not only like stay in shape, but also like really form deep relationships with people. I met a lot of my close friends through running. And whenever they come into town, we grab a run and it's good quality time with them. So here's some pictures from cross country and also from running some marathons. And here's my medal for the Santa Cruz half marathon. And my mom has the rest of my marathon medals at home. I'm really into colognes and scents. These are 2 of my favorite ones here. This one I found in LA is shopping with some of my friends. This is for more like special occasions. I've been using it for like a year. It's my favorite one. And then I recently found out that my aunt also has the same one. So this is Steve. Here's him in front of IBM early in his career, flicking them off. And I think it's just a good way to like say fuck you to the establishment. And this is a belt buckle for my grandpa. He was like a legitimate cowboy. He loved horses. He owned a bunch of them. He gave this to me a few years ago, so yeah. So I got this guy in Carmel by the Sea. It's a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge being built in 1935, and then it's people golfing like in the foreground. So it really stood out to me and spoke to me because it's like the separation of work and play, but also how they go together. So this is a poster of Interstellar. It's a movie palette, so basically each slice that you see here is like the color at that point in the movie. So this is one of my favorite movies. It touches a lot on time, which I think is super interesting. And also the music is done by Hans Zimmer and Matthew McConaughey is in it, and I love those guys. So I'm really into soft lighting, specifically like soft lighting lamps. I think overhead lights like this one are terrible. So I've been getting into that recently. This is a Govee. I can like control it from my phone, which is pretty cool, like that. And then there's a bunch of other soft lighting throughout my room, which is really great at night. So related to space, I really like SpacEx. I think they're doing incredible things. This is a plushie of one of their capsules that takes astronauts to the ISS right now. It's the only capsule that can do that, so I thought that was pretty cool and I got a plushie of it. So right here, this is probably like the favorite piece in my room. This is a model rocket of the Starship and Super Heavy booster. I spent way too much money on this thing. It was like $1,000, but I think it's really inspiring and it's really cool because it's gonna take us to Mars. And so like 50 years from now, I can look back and be like, wow, I was an early investor in this. So I'm really into space. Interstellar, the movie, it's probably my favorite movie. I really like SpaceX. It's gonna take us to Mars. This was taken by the James Webb Space Telescope. So we can see really far back into the past and what the galaxy looked like. And this is the first photo it took of that. So I think it's super interesting that we basically have this lens into the past. So this is my miniature Tesla bot. My sister got it for me as a gift, but he sits on my shelf now. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. I know that's kind of controversial now, but I think Tesla and SpaceX are driving humanity forward and doing great things as companies, so. All right, and here we have a picture of myself. This is actually AI generated, and there's kind of a funny backstory here. So at my old place, I had 4 roommates. We're having a housewarming and we're like, we need more decorations. So being tech bros, we got AI generated portraits of ourselves and we put them up in the living room. But I don't live with them now, so I kind of just have to keep it in my room now. So I work in Silicon and I also went to UW-Madison. So here's a little Bucky Badger on a PCB that I made in college for a final project. Used to be an alarm clock, doesn't really work now. All right, and behind me, we have 2 circular things. You should try to guess what these are. If you get silicon, you're correct. They're literally just silicon wafers. So I'm not much of a cooker. I literally haven't cooked a single time since I moved here. But when I do decide to cook, I had this nice little cookbook for my grandma. It's from the Bryson Woman of ELCA, 1895 to 1995. Got a bunch of recipes that are Norwegian. I'm partly Norwegian. I'll probably make kringle someday. Kind of an Elon Musk fan. He's kind of yeah, it was a really nice piece. I don't know what to say more about that. Ran in high school and fuck. Which country? Or,